Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to this message. Trust in the fact that if you are here, if this tugged on your soul, your heartstrings, your intuition, you're here for a reason. So you guys have seen the title. You guys already know why you're here. I'm going to get right into the message. Okay, so the download that I received, or the message energy I received specifically from the masculine, but this goes for both feminine and masculine right now. But the masculine is, the masculine came through and was very, very specifically saying, I'm no longer rejecting. I am no longer rejecting. We know that rejection is protection. Even if it's you being rejected from another soul or a job or anything like that, it's because you're being protected from something. You're being redirected, realigned from something, okay? It is not our business what that something is. It is our business to go, okay, I trust, I have faith, I surrender control, I release control. Jesus, take the wheel. I'm along for the ride, okay, universe? So I know a lot of you guys have been feeling that. Masculine has been feeling that too, except the difference is, well, for both masculine and feminine. Feminines also, there's a lot of feminine energy out there needing to release the control and the grip of divine union, outcome, their counterpart, divine masculine. The more that the feminine tries to hold on to that, the more resistance it creates for both souls, right, in the connection. Meaning, if feminine is like trying to control and feminine is like in the brain and the ego and going, you know, this is the only person that will work. This is the only person that I'm manifesting. You know, when are they coming? You know, I'm putting my life on hold and I'm waiting for them. That's all forms of lack, fear, separation, and control. Okay, so I'm here to be, we are all mirrors to each other, right? So I'm here, my job is to be the truth teller, the channeler, and the mirror, the reflection of truth. And that could be highly triggering to the ego at times, right? So like, as I'm saying this, like, let's say you're a divine feminine tuning in and I'm saying this right now and you're triggered by what I'm saying, then that just shows you right there. I just saw 222, right? Same thing with divine masculine. As divine masculines tune into my messages and my readings and my channeling, it can be very triggering, but that triggering is necessary for healing. Okay, that's why. Okay, so divine masculine is saying, I'm no longer rejecting. I'm no longer rejecting, meaning I'm no longer rejecting my truth or the truth. I'm no longer rejecting or avoiding the signs that I keep seeing, the repeated signs, the synchronicities, my own inner voice, my intuition, my higher self, right? To the most divine masculines, depending on where they're at in their awakening journey, you know, they're probably not going to recognize the higher self or say, oh, this is my higher self, right? Many of them will take it as my inner voice, my gut feeling, my instincts are telling me, you know, it's like that, right? Okay. So I'm no longer rejecting. I'm no longer rejecting. And I literally just keep seeing someone like holding like onto a chain link chain. So it's like the masculine has been holding on to the chains that bind them, the chains that keep them stuck, their own self-imposed prison. And I keep seeing the hands like this holding the chains, and like the hands are calloused, bloodied, blistered. There's like, you know what I mean? Because of how it's symbolism of showing how wounded they've become and how hard they've been trying to hold on to the chains. Okay, but I'm no longer rejecting. So I'm seeing the hands let go. And that's why I'm seeing the hands as they are. They're letting go of that chain, and the chain floats away freely. Okay, so I feel like because tomorrow is the Pisces new moon, this is a very spiritual new moon. Pisces is a very spiritual energy in this regard. Like it's you know, think of like the High Priestess in the tarot. That's Pisces energy. Think of the Fool card in the tarot too, like that Fool card of like, this is the energy of trusting your intuition and taking leaps of faith and steps forward into the unknown, into the mystery. Okay, that's what I mean by I'm no longer rejecting what I feel. I'm no longer avoiding that, okay? I'm no longer rejecting to try to keep myself protected and safe in a comfort zone that is a prison. You know, it's like that. I forget like the saying, but it's like people will stay in the hell that they know rather than embrace the heaven that they don't know. Do you know what I mean? It's like what's that thing where like people get like kidnapped and stuff, and then they end up like being brainwashed, and they end up like loving their captors. I can't think of it. You guys will know. Someone will know in the comments below. It's like that. It's like, you know what I mean? Oh my gosh, what is that called? I forget. But anyways, okay. So they're releasing the chains that bind them because they can't hold on anymore, because their hands, it's just the form of control of how they're trying to hold on. It's completely wounded. It causes too much pain. And so they are surrendering to that. Okay. So I want to start with a spiritual energy here, because I want to see kind of like what's going on the spiritual side for the masculine. So I'm starting with, this is by Kyle Gray, and it's called the Gateway Activation Oracle. I love this deck. One of my favorite decks from him. For the Divine Masculine, please, can we get a message and energy for the masculine at this time? And then I'm going to get one for the feminine. Divine Masculine, exactly. The Chamber of the Violet Flame. Holy-ish, you guys. I have to watch my mouth. Okay, because you guys know sometimes like I get very excited, and sometimes I drop the F-bombs or other things, but you know, YouTube censorship, it can affect us in that way where, you know, if we're not in the guidelines, you know, etc., then the algorithms get low, it's not in our favor, blah, blah, blah. Okay. The masculine right now is no longer avoiding what they've been avoiding. They are now in the chamber of the violet flame, and literally, look at the first thing, karmic release. The violet flame speaks of radical transformation. It speaks of radical clearing alchemy, meaning like we work with Saint Germain, or we call in the violet flame. We work with the violet flame energy and energies when we are trying to clear away heaviness, density, what no longer serves us. We call it in to burn things away, to clear, right? Okay. Karmic release and radical transformation. It's funny too, because I even used the word radical a few minutes ago, didn't I? I said something about like, I don't know, radical change, or I don't remember what I said. I hope I said it, or maybe I was just thinking it and I didn't say it. You guys will know though. So there we go. Beautiful confirmation immediately. Divine Masculine is in the chambers of the violet flame. Karmic release and radical transformation. Maybe that's in the title too, because that's a pretty good spot on. I don't know. You guys will know, but I don't know. Okay, and then for the feminine, let's get a spiritual message for the feminine. So all of this right now has to do with the astrology transits. Starting like today, for the next few days, we have a beautiful, magical 7-planet alignment, you guys. 7 planets in perfect alignment. So be sure to look up at the beautiful sky tonight and over the next few days. They will look like big, you know, beautiful stars all in a line. The Pisces new moon. Okay, because Pisces is like the end of the zodiac cycle, the end, and then Aries kicks off the new year, basically, right? So Pisces speaks of a lot of this, where there's karmic release. We're tuning into the subconscious. There's a lot of subconscious dream, ethereal energy. So for me, it's the masculines tuning in a very spiritual way right now, which is helping them to release the karma and dive into and embrace their radical transformation. Okay, Divine Feminine, please. Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine, we have 2 for you. Okay, so this one here is all about the star being healing codes. So this is what feminines are receiving, what they are feeling, what's around them. important information. So this right here is a message from the angels, from source, from spirit, from the masculine, about important information that you need to know. Also, important information coming online, important information opening up and bubbling up and becoming where it's coming from the subconscious to the conscious. Wounds are healed, feminine, and it speaks of recharging. How many of you guys, drop a comment down below? I want to see 222 because we just had the February 22nd 222 portal energy, right? We are in the Pisces new moon energy. We are about to move into March. March brings forth eclipse season. What is it? There's a Mercury retrograde. Venus is going retrograde in Aries. Like, there's a lot of stuff happening to bring us into this alignment and to help us with this healing right now. And that's what I mean in the beginning when I spoke of like the feminine. Also, a lot of feminines need to release control, because not only can I pick up on the energy, feel it, but I see it too, you know, through comments, through, you know, just, right, like people, like it's very obvious to me, right? So if you are here and you resonate as divine feminine, this is a moment where for a lot of feminines and masculines, like the divine feminine is the way shower. The divine feminine, you know, started their awakening and really started like leveling up and self-loving and surrendering control in a lot of different ways. But when it comes to the divine masculine counterpart, a lot of feminines, it's a one-way street. Like I said, where a lot of feminines, and this is what I mean by you gotta kind of step into this violet flame chamber like the masculine has. Okay, because it's almost like the ego kicks in, and feminines can roll with that, because it's like, it's almost like the feminines, a lot of what I witness is like feminines get into this energy of, well, I'm doing the work, you know, so I'm good. You know what I mean? But that's not the case, even for me. Like, there's distorted ego, there's control, and there's fear. And a lot of people are afraid to be real with that. They're afraid to connect with that, truly connect with it, right? Because they don't want to. It's like when you start watching a tarot reading or something, something's put in front of you for a reason, and then you start listening to the message, but the message, maybe the reader is tuning in and saying things that maybe trigger your ego, where you're like, I don't want to listen to it. It's negative. And it's not even really I mean, yes, there are a lot of readers out there that bring negative energies and things like that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a reader channeling, much like how I do, right? And they're speaking truth, but it triggers the feminine's wounded ego, and the feminine clicks off because they don't want to hear what that reader is having to say. When in all actuality, that's exactly what the feminine needs to hear. Same thing with masculines. That's what I mean by avoiding and rejection. That's what the masculines do. It's too much. It's too painful. I don't want to hear this. I don't want to deal with that. You know, so you allow the ego brain to take over, and the ego goes, you're right. Like, that's negative. Like, da-da-da-da-da, right? No, that's not the case. So anyways, important information is coming through for you, feminine. This is also in this reading, this message. You guys know, if you are new here, I'm Erica. I'm a psychic medium and a priestess. Everything that I bring through, it's from the divine. It's not coming from Erica or Erica's brain or Erica's opinion. You guys know me. There's too many readers out there that do that. I am not one of those readers. And if I do bring things forth from my opinion, you guys will always hear me say, in my humble opinion, but please don't take this, like, always tune into your heart and fill it out for yourself. Okay? Wounds are healed, feminine. You guys have been doing so much work. That's why see, when the feminine rises, the masculine, like a twin flame, they will naturally feel that, and they will start aligning too. It may take them a while. I mean, we can't force anyone into anything. We can't put a timeline on anything. We can't say, you know what I mean? The healing takes time. It takes time. This is not an overnight thing. And that's where so many people are fooled. They fool themselves. Oh, I healed that. Oh, I'm over that. I'm done with that. I healed my heart chakra. There's layers to trauma. There's layers to wounds. Maybe you healed certain aspects of it, certain layers of it. But whatever has not been healed, it will come up to be healed. It will come up. It will resurface. Wounds are healed. So feminines, right? We have been in a recharging mode. We've been in a mode where we've been through the darkness. We've been moving through shadow, because many of us, right, who I'm speaking about, like, we have been doing the true shadow work. Like, we have been surrendering control. We have been allowing ourselves to be real and raw, even if it triggers us, because we, as an Empress, we know that things that trigger us, or things that maybe we don't want to listen to, or things that we don't want to see or hear, we know that's where the true healing is, or where we need to do the work. So right now, feminines, you are recharging. Also, the star beings, your star family, the galactics, your angels, your ancestors, ascended masters, they're all surrounding your world right now, your auric world, your field, the earth, all the things, right? But they're like gathering around you to help you heal these wounds. And they're literally like infusing us with so much energy, activations, light codes, right? But, you know, I know a lot, me myself too, but I know a lot of you feminines are feeling that, where you're like, I've been stuck, I've been moving through the darkness, it's been slow. You know, I've had to learn lessons of temperance, patience. It's not my way or the highway, and it's not when I want it to happen that it happens. It's all in divine timing. These are all initiations. These are all lessons and tests. Have you truly passed these tests? Okay? So you're being recharged in a big way. You're being prepared. And I've been talking about this. I've been talking about how it's this massive preparation of the mind, body, spirit, soul, especially the body. Like right now, there's a lot of physical stuff coming through, like spirit guiding many, and like your intuition and higher self guiding many into being healthier, exercise, you know, moving your body, stretching, getting outside, getting out in nature. But Erica, it's below zero here. I don't care. I don't care how cold it is. I don't care how hot it is. Like, you have to bundle up or whatever, go outside and connect to the fresh air. Okay, like as star seeds, as star beings, as earth angels, as celestial beings, and our body being of earth, like if we're just indoors all the time, cut off from the fresh air, from nature, from that energy, and we're like under artificial lights, like our lights, our lamps, right? We're constantly on devices, we're constantly, right? There's all kinds of negative stuff, infiltration, negative dark energies coming through our devices, through our Wi-Fi, all the things, right? Like, and we're not like taking the time to work that energy out of our body and transmute it and release it. Like, you're gonna start feeling real heavy, real sad, real low energy. Okay, so it is not, it's like non-negotiable. It's non-negotiable for light workers to connect with the light, to connect with the earth. It is our medicine. It's the same thing as being sick. We get energetically sick from stuff like that. Gaia gateway activation. So speaking of Gaia, speaking of the earth, okay, you have two like cards of like healing and then activation. Learning experiences, a wisdom transmission, earth intelligence. It's funny because this one says important information and this one says wisdom transmission. So it's funny because I just spoke of going outside and having to connect to the earth and connecting with that energy. Even if you just go outside and you sit on your front porch and you're breathing in and exhaling the fresh air, the right Gaia's air, Gaia's breath, that's healing. There's a reason that you really need to be grounded right now, okay? The more grounded you are into your energy, in your body, your chakras, like your auric field, like it's about grounding. There's so many feminines who are ungrounded. So many feminines that are ungrounded. So many souls out there who are being activated and awakening and all the things. And they're tuning in with their gifts, etc. And it's very exciting and it's all the things. But what they don't, but what happens is they get stuck up in the higher chakras and they're not integrating and grounding and earthing. Gaia herself, Mother Earth herself, has information and wisdom transmissions that she's trying to get through to you to help you. So if you're not connecting to her, if you're not connecting with the elements, okay, it's going to be difficult for her to get through. You have to be grounded. The more grounded you are, the faster you will see your manifestations, divine union, everything come in and ground into your reality along with you. Okay. So, oh my gosh, we're already 20. I just saw 2020 vision. The masculines are seeing with 2020 spiritual vision. Their third eye, their vision is 2020 right now. Also, feminines, you guys are going to start having more of that 2020 spiritual vision as well, okay? Not like 1020 or 520. It's going to be 2020 where you just see everything. It's so clear. You see through the illusion. You see through your own illusion, which is a huge one for both masculine and feminine. Where are you still living in an illusion? Where are you still holding on to illusions when it comes to your partnership and divine union, divine masculine? Because what happens is sometimes people, it really is delulu, where people get so stuck up in like the higher chakras and the mind and that it's not logical thinking, but it's the brain in the way of like, they ignore like the truth of it all because they're not grounded, this, that, or so my point in that is like it makes people become like delusional. Like they start believing their own stuff, you know what I mean? And they start taking certain like synchronicities as like, oh, it's my person, when in fact it's not. When in fact it's because you're overthinking, and because we are such powerful magnetic manifestors, it's actually you manifesting the sign to you. Does that make sense? Okay. And again, when you tune into your intuition and your discernment, you can feel it, right? Like if I get 222, I know I can feel the difference between, oh, that's my divine counterpart, or that's a message from my angels, or, you know, whatever it is, right? Because the signs and synchronicities that we see as within, so without, they are a reflection of us to us, basically, of what we need to know, healing codes and numbers, like the numbers that come through. It's not just like your angels going, oh, hi, you're so special. Here you go, right? It's actually a healing. So if you see 222, look up the healing energies of the number 2 and 222, because that's the medicine that you're receiving and that you need. Or if you see 545, what is the message of 545? What is, right? Or tune into it, feel into it, right? The number vibrations. Okay, so let's go ahead and go a little bit. Let's go further. Okay, so I pulled out my light seers. I haven't used my light seers tarot for like months, you guys. It's been a minute. So here we go. Let's ask a little bit more using the tarot about the masculine. So I'm no longer rejecting. What does that mean? I'm no longer rejecting my healing. I'm no longer rejecting my truth. I'm no longer rejecting the wounded parts of myself. I'm no longer rejecting my wounds and my trauma. I'm no longer carpet sweeping. I'm no longer rejecting the things that I know within my heart and soul I need to embrace. I'm no longer rejecting self-love. I'm embracing more of I'm worthy. I'm embracing more of I deserve this. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to feel peace and at peace. I deserve a blissful life. I deserve true love. I deserve someone who's going to support me and love me and respect me and be there for me, and someone that I can love the same way and show the same things to. Reciprocity. Tell me about the karmic release with this Pisces season, with this Pisces new moon, with all of the transits happening, with the eclipses happening as we move into March. Those people out there who are in, especially divine masculines and feminines, who've been in like karmic loops for however long, to me, it feels like, to me, in like this kind of energy, and like as we move into March, because March is a month, you guys, out of like this whole year. March is a magical month. It kicks off the spring equinox, Aries season. Spring equinox is literally like, I know it's not going to be spring equinox for everyone, but whether it's the winter solstice or spring equinox or fall, whatever, for you guys in the southern hemisphere, it's the same message, it's the same energy. It speaks of new growth, rejuvenation, new life, new beginnings, right? Okay? And then with the eclipses, it's like, if you're in a karmic situation that you've been like fearful to release, or that you've been lacking the strength and willpower to walk away from, this month you will do it. This month you will speak your truth. This month you will lovingly release the karma and step into the chamber of the violet flame to be purged of it all. Okay? To allow it to burn down to the ground like it should have however long ago. It's like that, right? March is a month of destined alignment. It is destined alignment. Okay, Mars going direct, it's not an instant speed up. It's not an instant acceleration. It can, you might see certain areas of your life like speeding up and accelerating, but the more that we move into Mars going direct, it's like a buildup or something of energy. I'm not an astrologer, so right, but this is just the way I see it and feel it, okay? And I don't give a fuck how other, excuse my French, oops. I don't care how other readers, translate it. I don't care how, self-proclaimed energy gurus read it. I don't care. This is my truth and the way I receive it, right? And this is how we should always be operating off of. But we should also be in the place of, I don't know all the things and I don't know all the answers, right? So, okay. But anyways, if you're like in some kind of like an addiction, codependency, whatever it is, right? Just things that aren't serving you, but it's been really difficult to walk away or break these things. Even breaking and surrendering the outcome with a divine counterpart, obsessing over that. They're the one, they're the only one, they're the only one I can ever be with. Then you might be alone for the rest of your life. Like, that's just the truth. Because you're manifesting a very small doorway for the universe to deliver. And the other soul has their free will. So you might be getting all the signs and the messages and feeling all the things, which that's good, right? That's fine. But you also have to be humble enough and honest enough with yourself to know that energy can shift at any time. Someone's mind can shift at any time. And if you're like on a twin soul journey, or you're connected to a very evolved past life soul connection, you're gonna feel what the other person feels in a big way. So maybe you're picking up on the love they feel for you, and you're feeling things on the soul level and the 5D like that. But maybe that's not the case in the 3D. Right? So you have to be very cautious of not fooling yourself and being delusional about that. Right? If you're like putting your life on hold waiting for someone because you feel the love they feel for you on a soul level, like, that's crazy. That's madness. Because that may never integrate or come forward in the 3D. That doesn't mean it's wrong what you're feeling, or you're wrong about what you're feeling. No, you're right. And that's what I mean. And that's why I'm here, to help you know the difference and to guide you, because I've been on this journey. I've seen it from every freaking angle, right? And when I say, as an Empress priestess, that I fully surrendered up physical union with my person several years ago, like, I am not blowing smoke. You guys know. Right? Because I know I'm not crazy. I'm not insane. I'm not a crazy person. I'm not going to only manifest union with my twin soul because he has free will. And his free will has taken him in a completely different direction. And he's got some very deeply rooted family generational patterning and trauma that he has to break and move through and take his power back from, and say, this is the way I want to live my life. This is who I feel called to. This is what I feel called to. This is my truth, and not care what anyone says. But am I putting my life on hold until that happens, hell no. Hard pass. I hold space. I send love. You know, on a soul level, he knows that I'm always here for him. He knows that that door is open at any time for him. But he also knows my strength. He also knows my will. He also knows how much I love myself in these regards, where I'm not going to wait on him. And for some masculines, feeling that through your connection, they feel it, right? Some feminines are afraid, subconsciously or consciously, they're afraid to surrender up and to put that out there, because they, again, this shows like where they're at in their healing journey. They're afraid if they surrender up and release that and go, my heart is open to anyone that is on my frequency, that is a divine match to me, that, you know, will be a soul connection and soulmate with me. Like, the universe knows more than any of us will ever know. The universe, God source, knows more than I know, you know, will ever know. So I trust that. So if the universe is saying, Erica, have your heart open, Erica, divine love is coming in, a beautiful masculine is coming in, then that's what I'm going to trust. I'm not going to get into my own way and go in my head and go, sorry, universe, it's only him because he's my twin soul. No, that's madness. Okay. And I'm witnessing it a lot recently with divine feminines. Divine feminines who have been doing a lot of work. They've been doing a lot of work, and they've been on these journeys for years now. Okay, and also, like, if you're watching this and you are resonating about what I'm saying, don't judge yourself. Don't be hard on yourself and judge yourself and go, she's right. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. I have so much work to do. Like, don't. It's very simple, my loves. Just surrender it and trust. Okay, and I promise you, the more you surrender physical union outcome with your divine masculine counterpart, the one that you know about, the one that you've connected to. And I say that because we could have many different counterparts that are aligned for us. We could have other past life soulmates that we have had many lifetimes with, and they're just walking the earth, right? Anyways, okay, so I'm not gonna talk about that anymore, but show me the karmic release right now and radical transformation from divine masculine. Can we get a card for that? Yeah, 9 of Cups. I'm free. I immediately heard I'm free. Look at this card. I'm free. I can breathe. The light is out again. The sun is shining again. I'm going after my wish fulfillments. I'm seeing my wish fulfillments. I'm feeling. This is a card of emotions. I'm feeling my wish fulfillments. I'm feeling what will be my wish fulfillment. I'm feeling what it would be like to live out my wish fulfilled, having my wishes fulfilled. And yes, divine feminine, this is the 9. This is the end. We are in a 9 year. 9 is a very spiritual number, you guys. It also speaks of the end of a cycle. And this is what I mean. Perfect, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. What I received from the masculine was I'm no longer rejecting. I'm no longer rejecting healing for my inner child. I'm no longer rejecting my truth, like all the things I said. I'm embracing it. I'm done living like that. So this represents the end of the cycle, like in that way. And then it represents the treasure. It represents the golden glory. It represents the wishes fulfilled. And something about I'm free. I'm free. I'm free at last. Whether they're in a third-party karmic situation, or like I said, it's another form of codependency or karmic bondage. Many masculines, you know, they live in comfort zones trying to, you know, they've been very closed off from their emotions, from their heart. It's very robotic, you know what I mean? Because it's like they're only tuning into like a portion of who they truly are versus the whole. There's a song that I heard and then I put over on my Facebook page. Which I wanted to say real quick, because I have Instagram and Facebook. My Instagram is open to anyone who feels called and guided. My Facebook is not the same thing. My Facebook, I'm not even really active on Facebook. Most of the time it's just stuff that posts automatically from my Instagram. But like, my point is like, if you guys like try to look me up and add me to Facebook, I'm not going to add anyone. I'm trying to, I'm not, it's not even, okay. So I just want to let you guys know, okay. So just in case. But my Instagram, GypsyCowgirlTarot, you're more than welcome. We are growing over there. I post a lot of stuff over there that I don't share over here. I do reels, videos, channeling, zodiacs, like different things like that. Divine masculine, divine feminine messages, you know, like 3-minute videos, stuff like that. So anyways, there's a lot of golden nuggets and gifts and things like that over there too. So let's go ahead and keep going. So tell me about this 9, the end of a cycle. What are these? There it is. Okay. Actually, I don't know if I said it. No, I don't think I said it, but I did think it a moment ago, but I kept talking. The 9 of Cups. There's only 1 cup needed for completion here to get to that 10 of Cups. Happily ever after. The Ace of Cups is the cup I'm talking about. The 1 cup. To bring all of this forth into completion. Okay? So right now, what I'm receiving is that the masculines are no longer rejecting, that they are going through radical release and transformation on karmic levels. Whatever karma has kept them stuck, away, hidden, blocked, whatever it is, that's what's being released. And when we do this work, mi amors, when we do this work, it's because what? It's because we are embodying and choosing self-love. The Ace of Cups represents self-love, first and foremost. First and foremost, when I found me is when I found you. Period. Period. Until you get there, you may meet people, you could have a new beginning in love, but it's not going to be divine love because you're not loving yourself. But when you truly do embody, look, all 3 of these, 4 of these, excuse me, flipped over together. It's the Ace of Cups. 9 plus 1 is 10, 10 of Cups. So the heart, with this new moon, with the astrology, the new moon, Mars going direct, moving into March, a month of destiny, a month of true karmic release, healing, radical transformation, a month. This is the month, March, and I've been saying this, you guys. And then yesterday on Instagram, I saw an astrologer. I posted it in my stories, the video, but it was funny. And I put like, yes, like 100%, because I've been talking about this. Again, I'm not an astrologer. It's just what I tune into. I said like March is going to be a month where like everything changes. Like everything is like happening right now. Okay. And it's hard for our minds to conceptualize because that's our logical brain. And that's what I mean. Pisces is not a logical energy. Pisces is ethereal. It's spiritual. It's the subconscious. It's like all that. March is a month where our lives change forever. Forever. Whatever's leaving your life, let it go. Whoever's leaving your life, let them go. Whoever you feel you need to let go of in your life, let them go. March brings beautiful, powerful alignment. The eclipses will eclipse things out that need to go. You may not like it. It could be triggering, but it's for the highest good. It'll eclipse things in. And those of us who have been we've been our own eclipse. We've been our own eclipse. We've been eclipsing things out left and right. Sometimes it's really hard. Sometimes it takes us 1, 2, 3, 4 tries to let something go. But when we finally do, bam, the universe immediately delivers to us. It's like instant miracles. But it only happens when it's the universe also letting you know, like, hey, you completed this. You did an amazing job. Here's a miracle. Here's that blessing. We couldn't give it to you until you finally closed the chapter or let this go or learned this lesson or broke the pattern or whatever it is. March is the month our lives change forever. And like I've been saying, the things that are aligning in and coming in, it's a mirror, it's a reflection of our self-love. Heart to heart, activated heart to activated heart. Awoken heart and soul to awoken heart and soul. 9 plus 1 is 10. It's happily ever after. The masculine, through self-love and radical release and transformation, they are aligning and moving after, or at least hoping to or planning to move after their wish fulfillment, which is feminine. Okay? What the whole message, the download, you guys, was I'm no longer rejecting. I'm no longer rejecting the cup of love. I'm no longer rejecting my healing. My heart has been cracked open. For some of them, their heart was cracked open. This card just fell out in my freaking lap, you guys. I didn't see it, but maybe you guys did. It had to have been like right on the top here. It just fell into my lap as I'm saying all this. It's the 6 of Wands, which is a big yes. There's two, well, I have my own yes cards. A lot of readers do, but there's 2 yes cards across the board that everyone knows. The Sun card and the 6 of Wands. Victory after a long battle. Masculine is choosing victory. They're stepping into their warrior archetype. They're recognizing I have the power to change my life and myself and my circumstances. I have the power to stand up for my heart and soul and what I feel and what I believe in. When I found me is when I found you. The masculine knows that the feminine holds loving space, a safe space. The feminine doesn't need to tell them that. Okay? In a true divine connection like this, whether you guys are going to be together or not, they can feel that. You know it. It's a deep inner knowing. But the message was, I'm no longer rejecting. We have a card of deception and running. It's betrayal, it's running, it could be, right, it's deception. Okay? And right after that is bam. I'm no longer rejecting. This is a card of avoidance and rejection. It's also a card of playing the victim mentality. And I actually posted a 3-minute reel over on Instagram for the Pisces new moon. I felt called. It was like a spiritual guidance, like new moon reading. And that was one of the things I channeled out was victim mentality. Like this new moon, like will help you break free of that. And then like also like bringing awareness to it. Like if you're like, why does this keep happening to me? And nah. That's victim mentality. The universe does not reward for that. The universe does not align with you for that. You'll get more things happening to you that will make you feel more victimized. But we're never a victim at the hands of the universe. We are the victor. We are the victor. Okay? Masculines have been hit hard. There's massive radical releases and transformation because the heart, they're listening to their heart and what's in their heart. That treasure chest right there is their heart. That's all the treasure that's within their heart that they have been what? Running from and avoiding. Because they've been in victim energy, you know, also like, you know, it's just like, why does my life keep ending up like this? Why do I keep ending up with people like this? Why do I keep finding myself hitting the same walls and circumstances? Why does this keep happening to me? Nothing happens to us. It happens for us. Even for feminine. When the masculine runs and avoids and rejects, that's protection. So why do you sit and chase that energetically or literally? They have work to do. Let them do it. Go live your best life. Live your life. Some feminines are afraid. They're afraid to like open their heart fully and because someone else will come in. And if that's the case, like this is not for you and you're not in that place that I'm speaking about. I'm speaking to the feminines who have had their hearts wide open for love and true divine union. I'm talking to the feminines and masculines whose hearts are open and where their hearts are open to receive, no matter what it is or who it is. They have full trust in the universe. They're not clinging to the face of one person and one person only. Okay, so I'm giving you guys some perspective to know who this is truly for. you know, and for the, you know, for those of you guys who are still like clinging to the outcome, or you're still, right? Again, don't judge yourself about it. Trust me, we've all been there. I'm just saying this isn't your time. This isn't your message. That doesn't mean that this message isn't for you 5 months from now, 3 months from now, a year from now, whatever. This could be incoming, in future energy, future influence energy. Okay, and then the very last card is the Tower. Destruction, chaos. This is Mars energy. Mars just went direct. This is the energy that we all have felt for the last 3 months when Mars was in retrograde. We all felt the Tower. We all felt this chaos, and it was aggressive, but it was necessary. It was necessary to evolve and to align more into this, into our hearts, into our faith. Okay? There's been Tower moments. There's a Tower energy, some kind of massive realignment happening. Like, I can't even tell you how massive. This is major arcana. The Tower has hit to help the masculine's heart open and to help them get out of the victim mentality and illusions. I'm no longer rejecting my inner child. I'm no longer rejecting my heart. I'm no longer rejecting my dreams, my wishes, my desires, my goals. I'm releasing karma. I'm going through radical. It's radical with Mars direct. It's radical, accelerated awakening and ascension. And you guys know me if you've been with me for a while, right? Like I've talked about this like hundreds of times, all the time. I talk about how the masculines right now, like there's like for me, like I started my awakening in 2016. My for the first 4 years of my awakening, it was very gradual. It was very slow, but it was there and I was aware of it. And then in 2020, at the very end of 2020, when I came into physical union with my twin, he we activated each other, but he like saved me. Like my whole life shifted and changed. My gifts came through. It was radical transformation. And it was an immediate, accelerated ascension and activation. And that's just how twin souls are. Like when you circle back around and you have a reunion, where in the physical, before you go into separation, it is that. That's how, I mean, that's one of the ways you know it's a twin flame, because the feminine will immediately like go within and start really rising, self-loving. The feminine will have healthy boundaries, like immediately, like with the masculine pretty much. Like if the masculine tries to treat you like a karmic, that, you know, because that's what they're used to, you will have like healthy, firm, loving boundaries immediately, which is triggering for the masculine, which is fine. And the feminine just goes and goes on their journey. You know what I mean? The Strength card, bottom of the deck. This Pisces new moon, there's something very powerful happening on a spiritual, like soulful level with strength. It's your divine strength and your divine will. And that's what I mean with March. Like I said earlier, like if you're in a karmic situation or karmic loops or patterns or whatever karma that we still need to clear or heal or whatever's going on right now, like this right here will be like a huge, like, okay, it's opening up our strength more. It's helping to infuse us with this more. And, you know, that's what I was going to say earlier was, like, it feels very much for me, like, okay, like for me, like an example would be like at this time right now with the astrology, with the frequency, with the ascension, just everything. And this is just me and my journey. But for me and my journey, it feels like my twin soul, right? Again, I'm not waiting on anyone or expecting anything. But like if my twin soul doesn't break free of his karmic situations and karma and start healing them right now with everything that's happening to support that, like it's so powerful. It's going to take a lot of strength and stubborn, like it's stubborn strength and resistance. and it's going to make you feel like shit while you do it, and your life is going to feel shitty because everything's going to be going wrong, but you still have free will. So if people are still resisting in this energy that is so aligned to support us in the breakthrough, in the new life, in the all the things, I don't know that they ever will. I don't know that they ever will. I'm not saying they won't, but the way that I feel it, if you don't break free and shift and change and surrender in this energy right now and in March, I don't know that you ever will. That's the vibe. It's that big. It's that big. It really is. You know, and like I said, I'm not saying they won't, you know, but like for me, like my heart's wide open, and I pray for my twin the way that I pray for every human soul, except it's going to be different because, you know, he's my twin soul. Like we are of the same soul core frequency and soul. So I just pray for his healing. I pray for him to ascend. I pray for him to break free of all of this stuff so that he can be happy and know his true self. And you know, and I don't care. It's not that I don't care, but I've surrendered it up. I don't hope all that stuff for him so he comes back to me. I hope all that stuff for him so he can live his best life happily and freely and experience love and, you know, all these things. And that's what I mean. Like, if he doesn't ascend from that stuff that has been holding him in hostage for so long, and I know he feels it too, I don't know that he ever will. And that's really sad, you know? So anyways, that's my point. That's my point. Like over the next like few months, because Mars direct, again, the energy builds. So like March is like this powerful, crazy month, right? But then we have April, so powerful, and like moving into like May and stuff. Like a lot of people who have been stuck in these karmic loops, and they've already been activated and they've already been awakening, and they're already seeing like through their patterns, and they're seeing through illusions, and they're seeing the ways, I need to change this, I need to end this, I need to walk away from this, I need to do this, right? To better myself, to live a happy life. Like this just is draining me. It's toxic. It's not healthy. I'm unhappy. If you are aware of these things, and this is what I mean, if you are aware of these things and you see them, but you are still choosing to avoid them and to not embrace them, and you run from it, your life is going to be tower after tower after tower for the rest of your life, period. Especially in karmic relationships. The towers will get worse, more intense, more difficult. But that's what I mean. Like, if you're seeing all that and you're still avoiding the work with all of the transits and the eclipses and everything that's kind of happening right now, I don't know that you ever will. You know what I mean? It's like that. I pray everyone will, but I don't know. Because this is very powerful. Very powerful. Right? And every single person here knows that, because we've all been moving through it. We've all been feeling, we were all, right, the year of the dragon. Like that was a year of death. Darkness, shadow, the void, like underworld, right? But we were able to see, we were able to heal, we were able to learn from it. We were able to, right, move through the lessons. And so now like we're ready because we're embracing that. We've surrendered. We're like, right? But people who are still holding on, even though they know they shouldn't be in one way or the next, that's a different story. Okay, so 53 minutes. Wow. Okay, so anyways, I'm going to end it here, you guys. Let's go ahead and get a love message. Let's just see. I send you guys love. Again, if you claim this as your own, comment down below. 222, mi amors. Okay? And before I finish this with these, ooh, that came out. I'm gonna grab that. Okay. Before I finish that, I'm gonna just real quick, like, okay, if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, you want to tune into your own twin flame journey, or you need spiritual guidance, or you know, whatever it is, right? Okay. All of my services are in the description box below. I offer several different types of reading options and spiritual services because I'm a priestess, not just a tarot reader, right? So I offer one-on-one energy quantum healing sessions. I do a goddess channeling with Goddess Isis and Mary Magdalene, but like if there's other like, you know, let's say it's like, well, I want to connect with my ancestors, or I want to connect with Mother Mary, or I want to connect with Kuan Yin or Mahavatar Babaji, that's who I will connect to. That's who I will channel. I'm a conduit. So I have connections with and relations with all these powerful masters too. But that's who channels through me to you. Plus we do a reading. Plus there's usually like light language and some activations and whatever comes through for the person. And then I offer just general psychic mediumship readings. And I also do a 1 hour past life Akashic record reading. And those are just like so powerful, so profound, because it's literally you meeting you, but in other lifetimes. And so it's like you get to connect to who you've been and what you've been and where you've been and when you've been and all these things. And the Akashic readings are always whatever comes through, it's like mirroring you in your journey at this time and your, you know, where you're going, where you're at, what you need. So it always brings forth healing in a powerful way, confirmation in a powerful way, and activations in a powerful way. And then also, mi amors, I will post it. This will also be down in the description. But earlier, I've been talking about this for like a week, but I officially posted over on the community page today for the 3-3 portal. Okay, we are doing a Yeshua, Jesus, Yeshua and Mary Magdalene are facilitating this Sunday. It's for the 3-3 portal, but we're doing it on the 2nd, which is a Sunday at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. They are channeling through me and facilitating, and for all of you, a Divine Union workshop. This Divine Union workshop, the way that it works, it's on a quantum level. We are astral traveling to a very sacred place somewhere here on Earth, or maybe somewhere in another realm or dimension. I feel like we'll be somewhere on Earth though. Some kind of sacred site or place, something special to Yeshua and Mary Magdalene. I'm excited because they haven't even shown me where we're going, and I usually receive that from the spirit guides that are channeling for the workshop. So anyways, this is for Divine Union. This is to help you come into more Hieros Gamos holy union with yourself, meaning where you still have a lot of separation, where you're not in union with yourself, where there's imbalance with your feminine and masculine, or dark feminine and dark masculine, or distorted energies, or, you know, things like that, right? So it's tuning in, it's helping everyone, because they're trying to help you come into union. They're wanting and helping because it's time. It's time. So they know, each of you guys, like, who attends the workshops, they know your fears, your struggles, your blocks, even the stuff you don't know because it's subconscious. They know your traumas. They know what's holding you back. They know what you need. They know what you seek. They know, you know, where you're stuck. They know right? So they will help each and every one of you individually during this workshop, okay? There will be a lot of light language coming through in this workshop, but this is centered around like coming into union with self. This is centered around a lot of the subconscious things. So like giving, like receiving, like giving and receiving love. Your brain might go, oh, I'm ready to give love, I'm ready to receive love. But your subconscious brain goes, no, you're not. You still have fear around receiving love, or you still have fear around giving love in this way, or this lifetime, right? So this is like, it's for Divine Union, but everything that that is going to be activated or healed or tuned into or worked on, it is for each of you individually, but as a whole, these are the things, okay? So subconscious blocks around Divine Union, we are going to be, and then Mary Magdalene and Yeshua are going to be facilitating us in a transmission where we are able to, without fear attached, because a lot of you out there, myself included even, like calling out for Divine Union and inviting in our beloveds, we do that, but again, same thing. Many of us have done that with some kind of fear still attached to it, right? Okay, so this is just like, it's huge. This is huge. And the very first workshop I ever did, this is like, I don't know, like the 14th or 15th one. Every workshop that we've ever done, you guys, they're so powerful. They're so incredible. But the first one I was ever called to do and guided to do, it was a call from Yeshua. And it was for the 3-3 portal. He was 33 when he was crucified at the cross. It's a master, it's mastery of ascension. That's why it's connected to the ascended masters. So in this workshop, everything that comes through on the quantum and for healing and activating and all these things, it's also going to help activate soul gifts that you're ready to tune into and tap into. Also, light language. Light language is going to be a huge thing, helping to activate your soul's light language. Because many of you guys are ready. You're ready. So we're going to bring it up from the subconscious or whatever, activate it and help you tune into it. There's a lot, okay? Plus I do like a reading for everyone. We get to talk and hang out. You can ask me questions. We get to share. You get to share about your experience. Like there's all kinds of things. So all the information is in the description box below. You can read about it, and then tickets are $44. It is recorded on Zoom. It'll be at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time this Sunday on the 2nd. But let's say, you're in a different time zone or you're busy that day, you can't make it, right? Then the recording, is just as powerful because it's in a quantum level. So whenever you tune in, you're tuning in real time, okay? So we would love to have you there, like for real, you guys. Like, I feel like this is going to be the most powerful workshop we've ever done because just the alignment of it, like 3-3 portal, Pisces new moon, moving into March. We have the equinox coming. This is all about new life, new beginnings, new, like stepping into the new versions of you. That's another thing is, that's going to be like helped in this workshop is helping you to release the old versions of you and the old stories, because that's a huge thing. We are healing, we're ascending, we're right, all these things, we're experiencing these new versions of ourselves, but we're still carrying around like dead weight the old stories of who we've been and who, right? That's not who we are. So it's gonna help us release that stuff too, those attachments, that dead weight. But anyways, we would love to have you if you're interested. It's down below. Okay, so let's see what this card says. It's balance. Literally, I'm talking all about this workshop, and that's what this workshop is doing. It's helping us to come into balance with ourselves and come into balance and alignment with our divine counterpart. Okay? Like I can feel it. I can see it. This union, this divine union workshop, it's a game changer, mi amors. I promise. We have the yin and the yang, feminine and masculine. It's going to help. This is Hieros Gamos. Hieros Gamos does not just mean coming into union with another. Hieros Gamos, first and foremost, like the Ace of Cups, is coming into full divine loving union with yourself. Are you madly in love with yourself? Or do you still have blockages and separation where you only feel like you'll ever truly feel happy and loved when you have another person showing it to you? That's, again, that's separation. That's a wound, that's a block, that's a fear, right? Are you madly in love with yourself? Are you loving on your inner child? Is your inner child just so happy and free and playful? Like, are you doing things that bring you joy and make, fill your cup and make you happy? Or are you sitting idly by and waiting for someone to come in and do that for you? Okay? Balance, mi amor. So let's see. So this is for this reading. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. Exactly. So feminines, through their rising, through their ascension, through their healing, through their truth, through their healthy boundaries, they have energetically challenged, kind of in a way, the masculine to rise up and do the same. Do you know what I mean? You challenge each other to expand and heal. Right? That's what true divine union is. That's why true divine union will last forever. Because in karmic situations, there is no growth. There is no healing. Maybe on some levels a little bit, but you will always feel in a karmic relationship like you're living Groundhog Day. It's the same shit over and over. The same conversations, the same arguments, the same, like it's boring. It's mundane, right? So you both support and challenge each other. See, the masculine was very triggered by the fact that you challenged them to heal and expand. Just, it's not anything you said to them. It's your embodiment and your frequency that they felt. Okay, but now it's different. Now this is union. This is union. The yin and the yang come together. Okay. So anyways, love, this was a long one, but like, whoa, this is a powerful one. Okay? With this Pisces new moon, the end of March. Look at this. Look at them together. Both cards. Both cards together. Together. Not just in the ether, but in the physical. I love that. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice that you make expands your understanding of life and love. So masculine, I'm wrapping it up now. Masculine says, I'm no longer rejecting. They're no longer rejecting these shadow parts of themselves. They're no longer rejecting their shadow. They're no longer rejecting the fact that, you know, masculines are very hard on themselves when it comes to the past and what they consider to be mistakes with you, mistakes in general. Okay. And they shame themselves for it. They harbor, you know, heaviness around it, and they shame themselves and they judge themselves. So now, as they are no longer rejecting these shadow parts of self, they're embracing them. It brings this all together, and they're realizing there's no right or wrong. This is all about lessons and initiations. It's all about divine timing. Like, all I've been doing is living my life and trying to learn and trying to heal and, you know, like learn from these mistakes or lessons. And all of it, everything I've been through, including with feminine, it has expanded my understanding of this, which is beautiful. Okay, this just fell off into my lap. Look at what it is, you guys. Look at the heart on fire. The heart on fire. And the very first card in this reading was fire. Right now, the fire alchemy is huge in the way of transformation. And literally, this card says karmic release, radical transformation. And the very last card here. So we're tying the beginning of this story with the end. They go together, which is a beautiful story. If you're writing a book, the ending will tie with the beginning. Okay, it shows the full circle here, doesn't it? Transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. There you go. Ooh, maybe that will be the title. I don't know. You guys will know. But anyways, I love you so much. Have a beautiful day. Again, comment down below. Claim this. Let the universe know. This is my story. I claim it all. I call it forth now. 222. Right? And I would love to see you guys, me, Yeshua, and Mary Magdalene. We would love to have you at this workshop, mi amores. Again, even if you can't be there for the live, the recording is the same thing. And even if you are on the live and you want to, you know, because everyone who purchases a ticket gets the recording no matter what, right? Whether you're there on the live or you can't, right? Even if you tune in a week later or a few days later or 6 months later, it's the same thing. It's real time, and you may have a different experience. In fact, I suggest doing that, because it's just different every single time. And this workshop is the workshop. Like, all you guys who watch these readings, you connect with these readings, you're on divine journeys like this, you connect with the divine counterpart, or your divine counterpart awakened you or helped activate you, or whatever the case. Like, this is a blessed workshop for you. Okay, so I love you so much. Have a beautiful day. Mwah. Happy new moon.